Don't you find it funny how everyone thought Kanye would have been the one to have a madness at their award ceremony,
and then
these times it was Will Smith?
I don't think anyone expected it to be.
No one expected. No one looked in the crowd and thought Will Smith's gonna have a madness today. But I don't know, innit? I just saw the timeline going mad and I thought, wait, what the fuck?
I woke up so many messages, and for me, I was like, it's fucking corny. And it's one of those, you know, one of those things you want to ignore, but you can't ignore because it's everywhere.
It was a bit pantomime-ish.
But it didn't make sense, bro, because the guy laughed, bro.
First and foremost.
No, but we've done uncomfortable laughs.
Before we even move on,
It wasn't uncomfortable.
You know,
he wasn't.
He was cacky.
He was dying, bro.
He was enjoying it.
Come on.
No, he was enjoying
the
it.
joke.
Bro, watch it carefully.
Before we move on, I can't be the only person that thought it was fake initially.
Yeah, I thought it was fake.
Everyone thought it was fake.
You know what I mean? And the way it looked, the way it looked. The only reason I was like, oh, that might be real is like when you know Lupita. When I looked at her face and I was like...
But that still doesn't mean it's fake.
No,
I know.
That's how most black people be moving.
I know. But you know when I saw her face, because you know Lupita was sitting behind him. I was like, I know she'd been listening into that conversation. So I know whatever Jada said to Will, she was privy to.
No, but what I'm saying
is... Lance, you know when you're like, she might, even if she didn't hear, she saw whatever exchange happened between Will.
No, I'm saying, even though people in the audience probably didn't know what was going on, it still looked fake, bro. Like, I didn't understand it. Like,
trust me, the whole thing looks fake.
The reason it looked fake is because...
we just didn't expect it.
Man slapped man in the woods. Like, what's going on here?
No, I know, I hear
and
that.
it's because of all the Will Smith videos with Jason Derulo.
Because we can't process, it happening. Number one is Will. Number two, number one is
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock, yeah. And also at the award ceremony, you normally get the comic of ripping people. Like Ricky Gervais has been doing it for years. You've had a couple other comics that come up there and kind of rip people. I think. You've seen Kevin Hart do it. You've seen people like just go up there
and banter.
Steve Harvey, that you rip people in the crowd.
But that's the thing. That's just what happens.
And the thing is, for me personally, like,
Melissa McCarthy ran jokes about Leo DiCaprio and him liking young things. She ran all of those jokes same show.
And the thing is, my thing is this is like, cool, like. People, because I saw Jim Carrey was vexing it. You see that Jim Carrey when he was speaking to is it Gail Weavers? What's Gail Weavers or something? Gail, the one that sways with Oprah. Gail something.
Yeah, Gail. Yeah.
And he was like, "I'm vexed." He's like, because why is it allowed? Like people are clapping and afterwards, whatever. But my man went up there and assaulted someone. Like Hollywood's got to a point. No,
bad people went on it.
Hollywood's got to a point where like it doesn't make sense anymore because if that was a member of, if there was any other member in that audience that went up there and slapped someone. Police would have come and escorted them out. You would have been out of the building. So let me get this straight. Because you're a celebrity, it's okay for you to do that to another celebrity. It doesn't make sense because the funny thing is...
Who said that?
Jim Carrey.
I ain't gonna lie, you got to see this one out.
Nah, you haven't, because think about this, yeah. I put it this way, yeah. What I don't get is this. People are championing and backing Will because it's a black man versus a black man, yeah. But I guarantee if it was Chris Rock and a white brother got up and slapped Chris Rock, no one will be on the white brother's side. Especially from our community. No one will be on the white brother's side. All right, cool. And then
reverse it.
Even if you want to spin it and say, all right.
So it's a white comedian
one sec.
Will Smith.
One sec. Even if you want to spin it, yeah, and say, all right, it was a black woman up there and she dissed Will. Can Will go up there and slap her?
Why is he going to go slap the woman?
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. Because the way people are looking at it is like, wrong is wrong,
With that
bro.
being said,
I'm just saying wrong is wrong.
You know
it's like people are doing this thing where it's like, because it's a dude, it's like, it's cool. But
forget Marvin.
Wrong is wrong,
just
bro.
Just to give you a thing more credence, you know what I mean? Sorry, like, I don't remember her name. She was in
Tiffany
Orange
Haddish.
is the New Black.
Oh, okay.
The trans woman that was in Orange is the New Black.
Yeah. The one that asked about the entanglement.
You know what I mean? She run banter and stuff about the entanglement. Like, you know, one of those ones where it was mad awkward. You know, imagine if Will slapped her. You know, the conversation wouldn't have been Will slap someone that ran jokes about him and his wife.
Defending his wife.
It would have been. You know what the conversation would have been around that situation, and that's why I say Chris Rock is the only person that Will could have slapped, and everyone's like, that's cool. You know what I mean? If you know for a fact, if Will went on stage
and slapped Ricky Gervais
and slapped a white man, that's why I said Ricky Gervais. If Will went on stage and slapped a white man, the conversation would be different.
You know what I think?
You know what I mean? And that's my thing. And that's why I was like, it just felt really weird because it's literally like the only person you're going. And the thing is, I will not sit here and defend what Chris Rock did as this right. You know what I mean? But I look at what Chris Rock said and how Will reacted for me were
doesn't
didn't
match.
align.
But
You see what I'm saying? And I was like, and not to say I don't understand how that feels for them. But I was like the bigger, and that's my thing.
He's
But I was
laughing.
like, but when you think the bigger picture,
Has man never laughed uncomfortably at something?
No, I'm not laughing. But if
Bro, I'm telling you,
Lance,
okay,
I'm
right
not-
now,
if-
that didn't even look like
you
an
man are chatting
uncomfortable
shit, bro.
laugh.
I'm not gonna lie to you, you man are chatting shit, bro.
No,
Because
but
there's been,
that
I
don't make no
guarantee you,
sense.
there's
That don't
been
make no-
situations
Yeah.
where someone has done something,
Yeah, and you laugh.
and you're so stunned, you're like,
and if I'm laughing, and if I laugh, I'm not slapping nobody.
That laugh is two things.
If I'm
yeah?
slapping somebody, I'm slapping somebody.
That laugh is two things. Because there's been times where I've laughed to myself and it's like, I'm gonna put this person.
You
in the
didn't
bin.
laugh like that though. He didn't laugh like that, bro.
He laughed like it was a
He
joke.
laughed like it was a
looked at
joke.
James.
He laughed
The only
like it was a
reason
joke.
from that, and again,
It's
you know what I mean?
perspective.
No, we can sit here and say, me and Marvin can sit here and say, and be honest, like I said, we're outside looking in. But from what we saw is niggas laughing. He looked over at Jada. She's not laughing.
Brother, you-
and now
you-
his reaction has had to change.
But you man know me, innit, yeah? I can go off if I don't like something. There's no way someone saying something to me on stage.
We know.
And I laugh, and then I react.
I've reacted.
You're going to look at me and be like, I'm ass pissed.
Yeah.
You will see it immediately. Like, I'm
Same
like,
here.
what?
He didn't do that.
You'll see, you'll see in my face, me say, what?
Yeah, he wouldn't do that. Yeah.
Then I'm going up. Do you know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't be like, ha, 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 ha. And then...
Wait,
Remember,
just to-
you're forgetting...
And you know what is crazy? Because
So one sec, you know what? He laughs, remember, and then he looks at his missus,
And
and
she's not
she
laughing.
ain't laughing.
And that's when
it's
his
like that's when he's like,
reaction
oh,
Then he gets up, he
Then he
slaps
gets up.
him.
I'm like,
Then he
brother.
comes back and then says the whole, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
but you could have done that while you were sitting down. You could have been like, yo,
Allow
keep
it.
my wife's name at your fucking. You could have done that without even getting up and slapping.
Yeah.
Man. You could have done that then.
You could have said, yo, Chris, it's not that, you know. Or something where people would have laughed it off and been
So
uncomfortable.
the means doesn't justify.
No. In my opinion, like I'm saying, and Lawrence, and I always say to people, like, and I feel like with a situation like this, it's great to acknowledge that we all have different views on it.
Yeah.
And for me, I sit there and I say to people, my personal view, and it probably mirrors the view of other people in this room. I feel like it could have been handled differently,
Facts.
simply because of where we were. And I feel like when you look at, you know what I mean, the state of America and stuff like that, it just gave so many naysayers the ammunition they needed to say all of the things they needed to
black
say.
people.
Because if you look at it, Will won his first Oscar, bro, and it's been overshadowed by that. Samuel L. won his first Oscar. It's been overshadowed by that. You know what I mean? And it's annoying to me because you know when white people like when you look at that, you know what I mean? Like the conversation around this is like, this is disgusting. This is, and you know, and you're like, the mandem sometimes, you know, it's like when you go to a dance with your niggas, Lance, and something happens and you're like, so why I don't bring you niggas out? It was that kind of situation. And I was like, I hear you, bro. You know what I mean? That happened. But sometimes as the mandem, you know,
overshadowed. But
you know, you're like, you know what our thing is like.
I was trying to say, me personally, I think Will's a zoot because
Can you explain? People
I think
listening.
Will's a muppet because sometimes the problem is I feel like Will has to constantly play a role, right? So when all of this was happening, and obviously they've done the red table talk to try and contain it and whatnot, fair. But I just felt as though, like, maybe it's because I'm at a different place in my life where I'm at a point where maybe you need to know levels. But there's certain people interviewing Will and bringing up stuff. You have no business even chatting to me, bro.
And he never
I'm
reacts
Will
like
Ross
that.
Clark Smith, bro. You can't chat to me and say any more entanglements. I'll get you sacked. Like, you need to understand, I'm Will, Fresh Prince, Big Willie, bro. I've done everything
Big
in
meat.
Ross Clark. I've done everything
Big
in this
bro.
Hollywood. So have some respect when you chat to me, bro. But the problem is, I just feel like it's the whole social media era where we all think we're the same level.
Nah, do you know
Because wait, hold on. Because growing a certain presenter back in the day, questions would be screened. Yeah, these people now are taking a chance, and you're basically saying any more entanglements, and he's constantly having to play a role.
No,
ha
but-
ha ha.
but
No,
Lance-
no, bro, I'm Will Ross
No,
Clark
but Lance,
Smith. Ask me this again, bro.
Lance,
and I turn into Men in Black.
The problem is
That's the only gangster shit he's got,
What you're
innit?
saying, what you're saying,
Wild West, no?
Boy,
what you're
that
saying
was a bit
applies
mad.
to certain people. So, for example, like Samuel, for example, is G-checking you. Denzel is G-checking you. But remember, they've had nothing from their circle or family come out. With Will, for example, you can see that his wife's embarrassed his whole shit.
Yeah.
Like, from the entanglement happening, it's been a mess from there, yeah?
Can I add context?
Downhill
And then even
of
the red table
disgrace.
talk, for example, is just like, you always come out telling us stuff about your family.
Red table. If Jada don't put Will on the red table and tell him that was wrong, we're not watching that no more.
So I'm saying to you, in terms of Will, yeah, it's like you can see that. I don't know, but it looked to me like it was like compensation. As it looked to me like he was like, do you know what? I've had enough of this shit.
Yeah.
People like
I'm gonna take it out on someone.
I'm gonna show you that I'm a guy. I'm gonna do it. And it's
I said, Chris.
But my thing is, it's at the wrong time because for me, you could have been on a red table talk. You could have hotted up on a red table talk.
No, but
you could have been like, you know what? Any other interview, you could have gone off an interview and said, listen, don't mention no entanglement to me, or like whatever. Do you know what I'm saying?
He said his boiling point.
He's done it at the wrong body. You've done it at the fight, like the
you know what
highest
people have been
moment of your
bullying you
career.
for so long. What Marvin's saying is like, what Marvin is saying is when man them have been violating you.
Hey, guy, man, come here, come shot.
Yeah, but you've been getting violated based on the information you've given us.
You know what Marvin is saying is niggas have been violating him for so long. And now he wants to get mad.
No, but you're saying information they've given us.
Yeah, because now he's vexed. It's enough.
You know,
well, don't be bad with the niggas that have been saying this.
No, but the thing is, what you're saying, Tazer, that's like someone bullying you information that we've given them. It's not you. So, for example, like you are Tazer Black of Free Shots Tequila. I leak something that now makes you like an idiot. So now you're kind of like, So for the sake of the pod, you kind of have a little meeting and you're like, I always knew what these men were doing. It's mine now. It is what it is. It's cool. Everywhere you go, people keep saying to you, keep bringing up this thing that happened. After a while, you're like, for fuck, man. You man have put me in a situation where like, nah, this is annoying, but you're Will Smith. You can't show you're annoyed. You keep doing all these talks where you're telling people about be happy, be inspired, don't do this, don't do that. But really and truly, inside, you're burning.
Yeah, you're broken.
Your missus is still talking about Tupac till today.
She said Willow Smith wrote a letter to Tupac saying something
never know him.
Something along the lines of,
and Will has to be at home to
me and mummy. Something about me and mummy miss you. Mummy's never been the same since you left. But Willow's never met you.
You know how mad that is?
Willow's never met you. How you writing this letter?
My own daughter is telling me, Tupac, we miss you. What? What? You just about hit him up. What are you talking about? You ain't never met this dude. Nah, it's ragged. I'm burning your eggs.
For context, Brent, it's like your daughter writing.
Let me read it. Let me read it.
To Marvin.
For breakfast, I'm burning your eggs.
Keith, let me read it properly. So, dear Tupac.
You know, Brent ain't happy.
Listen. Dear Tupac, I know you're alive someplace. I think my mummy really misses
in Mexico.
you. Can you please come back? So me and mummy can be happy. I wish you were here. I really do. Love, Willow.
That's crazy.
Think about it, Lance. No. You've had it, Lance. You've had a long day at work. You've had a long day of fucking work. You've come home and you've come across that letter somewhere that your daughter's written.
But do you know who I am?
But is Chris Rock you want to slap?
Can I ask you a question?
But is Chris Rock you want to slap? I'm slapping everybody in my home. Everybody in the home's getting slapped.
I'm the highest at one point in time, I was the highest grossing the highest grossing actor in Hollywood. You're telling me about a letter of Tupac?
Can I ask you a question?
Oh my God.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What about this one? Tupac wrote this letter to Jada, yeah?
Why does everyone keep writing letters?
You are the omega of my heart, the foundation for concept of love.
The Tupac voice.
I don't know Tupac's voice. When I think of what a black woman should be,
stop.
That I first think of.
Made me think of Snoop, dude, Conor McGregor voice. Please tell me you've seen that video.
I scrolled past it. I ain't seen it yet.
It was fucking funny. So when Snoop did the voice, bro was like, "What fucking accent is?" God.
You will never fully understand how deeply my heart feels for you. I worry that we'll grow apart and I'll end up losing you. You bring me to climax without sex, and you do it all with regal grace.
Who released this letter?
You are my heart in human form, a friend I could never replace.
Who?
I think Jada Pinkett released it.
Jesus! You see what I'm saying? Will, you're embarrassing Will, you know. But the maddest thing is,
There's one more.
But fuck this shit.
She shared this letter on Tupac's 50th birthday.
What is going on?
So some say nothing gold can last for... Oh wait, this ain't the full letter.
You know what's mad? Was they in a relationship?
She's taking the piss.
Was it just linking?
They're just bridges.
No,
close bridges.
Can I show you something, Marvin? You know when I was talking to Conor about Snoop Dogg doing the Conor McGregor accent, it's funny because you know when Marv does the Conor accent, it's fucking funny, but when Snoop does it, it's even funnier.
Look at it, God damn it, man! Look at that. But I love his tenacity and his fierce way of fighting. He was talking shit after he broke his leg. He was, I fuck him up. It's nothing he can do to me.
I fuck him up. There's nothing he can do, bro. Like,
that's some English Russian.
No, listen to Kevin. Listen to Kevin.
I'm like,
Listen to Kevin.
still talking shit. Snoop just pulled that accent out his ass. It was great.
Brother, bro, no, you don't understand, bro. When I heard that, I was like, what fucking accent is that? Fuck him up.
Hey, listen.
There's nothing he can do to me. There's nothing he can do. Bro, I was like, bro, what's going on? What?
Do you know what's mad? Do you know what's mad though?
So
What I'm obviously again, celebrities have their own rules in it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. They have their own rules.
No.
So what people keep getting wrong that I've seen on the timeline is people seem to think that this entanglement was during their marriage. They had a break. They weren't together.
But I don't know if they.
No. The facts, they weren't together. So literally, it was like, August was basically saying, "Will, I know you're not with Jada. You've gone through a break, but is it cool that I see her?" Like,
What, you asked, man?
yeah, he said it because remember he said it in the Breakfast Club.
Oh,
He's giving man the blessing.
Ain't she been calling him Augie still? Call it all Matt. Call
Is that what I'm saying?
Augie.
So they weren't together. They weren't together.
She call him Matt Augie. Raw, we have
Is
never
man
seen
alright or
that.
what?
What the fuck did you do?
Are you so? What are you angry for?
back in the gym.
Oh, like man.
All man done was lift the mic, you know.
Nah,
Man broke the
Hey,
tape.
what I'm saying is that makes me like I'm Will Smith.
Ah, but let me add context,
Wait.
please. Let me
Cannot
just.
argue
Lance,
with me that.
do you know what Will Smith is short for? Willard.
Wallah.
That's a big
Nah,
Willie,
all I'm saying. How many wavy niggas you know called Willard?
Wait. Let me.
No, but-
Wait. How many wavy niggas you know called Willard?
No, but
I thought it was William.
No, but
Willard.
Taze.
Rah.
That's the name. But what I'm saying to you is, but
Willard.
even that in itself, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you can't tell me like, yo,
Yo, my guy, listen, I know you're not broken.
you're crazy.
No, I hear
You're
that.
fucking mad.
But it's because
Are you mad?
No, but it's because
August cannot come to me and say, yo, I know
Alright,
you're gonna
cool.
break your missus. Man, want to pipe.
Listen.
I will pipe your neck.
Listen. Whoa.
Whoa, no.
Whoa.
Why?
my God.
Lava!
My
The
God. My
Brent said lava! I'm translating for Brent lava!
God.
Hey,
My God.
that is the
Wow.
that is the promo for this episode, blood.
Wow.
Is that angry you are?
Bro,
Wow, Mom.
in the words, you know what I mean? In the words of Brent Cole Frost, lava!
I'm done.
Why?
Why are you that animated?
Why?
I'm done.
Why you that animated, bro?
Now I just talk about beating him up. I don't talk about putting my dick on.
What?
Yo.
This is rough though.
Man said gay.
Finish the drink, bro.
Man said have a drink, nigga.
Man, just sipping the drink.
Man said gay.
Hey,
Understand that?
bro. But you know what's mad though? Apparently for 40th birthday, yeah, Will Smith threw a 3-day extravaganza that took place in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and apparently it took him 3 years to plan. With Will Smith even creating a documentary about the wife's family and hiring Mary J. Blige to perform. Perform after a dinner which included a 20-foot-long archway adorned with photos of Jada Pinkett. Do you know what she done? She wasn't keen on the party. She said it was the most disgusting display of ego I've ever seen in my life and demanded that he cancel the rest of the weekend. She's been abusing Donny for time, you know.
Will's a chief.
She goes,
I know it's
after
sad,
that,
yeah?
wait, hold on. After that argument, Will Smith then returned to speak to his wife and said, you know what, I retire from trying to make you happy. I quit. You do you, I'ma do me. But they didn't want a divorce. They just wanted time apart. And it's in that time apart where she bucked my man. Say,
No, it
yo,
goes back to what Brent was saying earlier where you got beat up your missus.
you got a what?
Yeah, you haven't heard me talking at all. So that's straight from Keith's mind.
Brent, bro, you know what, this is funny because you're like Brent was avoiding the mic today, but let's say something. When I said that,
Man said that is not on brand. Man said that is not on brand.
So in 2013, Jada Pinkett took to Facebook to address the rumors that her and her husband were in an open relationship. What she said was, I will change my statement. Will and I both do whatever we want because we trust each other to do so. This does not mean we have an open relationship. This just means we have a grown one.
Oh, do me a favor.
Brother, fuck
Shut
off,
up,
man.
man.
Just
All
fuck
these,
off.
like, just stop trying to manipulate. Like,
Brother.
I don't like people who attempt to be smart all of the time. That you're chatting shit.
You know, man, this thing,
You're chatting shit.
Someone said if Chris Rock was dissing Will Smith, Jada would have been keying on that seat.
Yeah, it's
There would have
true.
been no problem.
So the entanglement scandal in 2020, rapper August Alsina claimed he had an affair I think that's why people got him mad, because he said affair in it with Jada Pinkett, and her husband had given him the blessing during an interview with Angela Yee.
Can't give man the blessing.
The two reportedly met in 2015 and at the children's concert, and they struck up a friendship. He asked me that day, man, I could really do with some help dealing with life. And Jada Pinkett said, all right, cool. And that's when she found out he was abusing drugs. And then the friendship...
Is that an angle now?
Yeah.
I'm going to start meeting girls and say, yo, I could really do some help with life.
Basically, then the friendship eventually turned into romance when Alcina revealed that they were together for 4.5 years. And he truly and really, really deeply loved her. 4 years, brother.
But you know what 4.5 years is?
Yeah.
Year 7 to year 11.
Basically.
You just about to take the GCSEs.
Also, another thing that was a liberty, yeah, which I felt hurt me, yeah. But again, she has every right to say so. When everyone said that how Will Smith gave her permission. And remember her comeback was, one thing I want to clean up is you giving me permission. The only person that can give me permission in that circumstance is myself. Remember, she batted him up on the table. And when she said that, it's like people that think that you gave me permission. You can't give me permission.
Do you know what it is in life, yeah?
Like Brent said, you got to put a hands
up.
up.
The funny thing is, I feel like in terms of what do you call it, yeah, he's killing you with the editing, bro.
Brent said that, not me.
No, but he's got to have to edit out.
I'm going to take us out.
Oh, cool.
No, you got to take it out.
Who's got to take it out?
I didn't say any of this.
DV.
Exactly. He didn't say nothing.
No, but
I'm
not promoting that on the
Keith's
pod.
voice.
We're highlighting DV.
Nah.
But you said that, Brent.
Keith's voice.
He didn't say
You said that.
Keith, allow it, man.
We're highlighting DV. I mean, sit down.
But stop talking about it so we can get taken out, man.
But anyway, as I was saying,
Brent said, spoil the rod, spoil the wife.
this guy.
The Bible said that.
Jesus.
Oh, wait, hold on. Go on.
Jesus.
What was I saying?
Talking about the permission thing.
Yeah, no. So, for example, a lot of people say about happy wife, happy life, whatever. I feel like in terms of their family, like Willow, Jaden, you got talented kids, you've got amazing kids, whatever. But you can see how like the wrong attitude or the wrong woman can spin you, bro. Because you can see like, bro, it's not what he wants. Like, actually, I don't know, but it looks like, for example, like like you can see that. I don't think Will doesn't wear the trousers over there. You can see it at all. You can see.
And for me,
that,
killed real for me, bro. Because when we grew up, when we grew up,
he was the guy, bro.
Brother, like when we watched Fresh Prince,
Hitch and all this
Fresh Prince, not even Hitch,
Independence
Fresh Prince,
Day,
Bad Boy,
yeah,
bro,
Mike
when I
Lowry.
watched, for me, Will, like when we look at what I saw Will as, Fresh Prince, Bad Boys, like you know what I mean, Hitch and all of that were extras, but Fresh Prince and Bad Boys for me was like, he was the man, bro. When we were growing up, you man all know that was, you know what I mean. He was the guy.
Carlton's got more control of his babes.
Brother, Carlton has better control of his home than Will.
Do you know how mad it is?
Bro, all I'm saying is Carlton's wife ain't fucked nobody else.
She's patterned.
Lance, you know Carlton's wife ain't fucked nobody else.
Listen, this is the downside.
Was it then Ruben Ribeiro? Or was it
whatever his name is?
Alfonso Ribeiro or something?
All I'm saying
Rubicon Mango.
All I'm saying is Carlton's wife ain't fucked nobody else yet.
That you know of.
Yes, and that's when I say his wife respects him.
That's what I'm saying.
Keep that to the
Exactly.
secret.
But my point is this, yeah. My thing is this. Even the nigga she fucked.
Jada was fucking Jaden's brethren.
August Alcina, bruv.
Well, I would. Oh, you don't rate Donny?
No,
Bro.
Like that's how your Mrs. fucking Chris Brown.
Lance.
But allow me.
You know what the funniest
big
part?
guy.
The funniest part of August Alsina is a tweet that Anton tweeted years ago. Do you remember when August was having health issues? And Anton,
You couldn't walk at one stage.
and yeah, remember,
Man mustered the
Anton,
to have sex with my wife.
and Anton was like, "This is how I know this nigga ain't never been a trapper in his life, bro." Man fainted, bro. Man said from too much, you know what I mean? From too much being out in a day, nigga. Like, what you mean you passed out because you were out all day? Man, died from exhaustion, and you want me to believe you were trapping?
No, do you know what the
What
man-
trap? No. What trap were you doing?
No, but is he talking about trapping though?
Yeah.
No,
back in the day, he was on that.
Because his brother apparently, remember his brother got shot that time.
Oh,
Like,
So you want me to believe you were trapping and you fainted from too much work?
This is why, yeah. I just believe like, okay, cool, fall in love, cool, whatever, yeah. But putting your gal on too much of a pedestal is a bit of a mad thing to me, man. Like, my gal,
No, bro, you can put your woman on whatever pedestal
not
you want to.
not to the extent.
You just gotta know what your woman keeping up with.
Not to the extent of that. Like, for example, I saw the video you were talking about earlier when we spoke about it, the pound sterling video,
Yeah.
where like you've come to the award ceremony knowing that this is my moment. So why
the
didn't
biggest
you,
moment of my career.
Yeah, why didn't you step in and be like, you know what, let's deal with it after, kind of thing? You allowed, man, because we want to argue and say that Jada's the one that's in control of this relationship, yeah? So then you've allowed me to go on the stage and basically make a fool of myself.
No. The thing is, do you know what the problem is with that is I don't want people saying he didn't allow her. What I think.
Allow her.
No, allow him. I think what Tazer means is in terms of with Jada is like when when Chris Rock was on the stage, whatever. I know you don't like what has been said, but do me a favor, do he and suck it in. Don't let anybody see you're affected by this. Just he. We'll do this later. When you're backstage with Chris Rock,
punch him up what you want.
Do what you want, or even to say to Will, whatever.
So we don't like embarrassment publicly. Let's pattern it outside.
Exactly. That's what it should be. But at the end of the day, you know this is my man's big moment. And I'm not saying, do you know this? I'm not saying she knew he was gonna do that, but I'm saying, like, for example, if I'm somewhere.
Will was
like
getting
that,
cooked though.
Oh, cool. If I'm somewhere and then my missus laughs, yeah. I mean my missus is vexed. It's kind of like you know that, like,
you know what your missus
as a man, you're like,
about.
Man can't even laugh too hard.
He was kiki.
Or man can't entertain this too much because my missus ain't happy.
Or you could have just hugged her in that moment. Like, you could have embraced her in that moment. Like, we would, if you want to show us that there's something up, because everyone's arguing saying, it might be something else, like it's a condition, it's not just the alopecia, blah, blah. So when in that moment when that happened, the camera would have pan to them. He could have just held her and they'd been like, okay, cool.
What does it say?
They got rules, like he has a rule.
Oh yeah, he made a joke time
He
ago.
got a rule. He got to wax his head every morning. That's his rule.
So, you know what I mean? Like when he was on our senior whole show a couple years ago, Will made Drew ran. He was running
that's
hell.
old though.
I heard that.
You ain't even got to go that far back. There's a video. There's a video that
like,
I think last
Eddie
year or
Murphy,
the year before.
some of the
Yeah,
jokes he told, he can't tell them now.
Hold on, wait. There's a joke of there's a video that I think dropped a couple months ago of Jada talking about obviously realizing that she had alopecia.
It was like last week or
last week? Was it a month
with
ago?
a Prada jacket on.
No.
With the bald head, and she's saying,
no. There's a video where she's talking about the alopecia. She's like, I'm gonna cut my head small and blah blah. And then because of what happened recently, everyone's gone back to the video and everyone's basically said that the scar on her head. Yeah. This is not me, by the way. Let me read the comments.
No, but remember, she had a thingy. Remember, she got the video in the Prada jacket where she's saying that Hollywood used to make her have her hair straight for roles and video shoots, but her hair was naturally curly. But she's like, now her hair's short, whatever. She doesn't give a damn about anyone's opinion, and she doesn't care if you like it or not. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, cool. If that's how you feel, then in that moment,
just take it on the chin.
You can take it.
That's what
you can definitely take it on the chin.
She's just saying that.
That's my
and that's my problem with Lance. And this is the problem with people.
You're gonna make it look like
no, but
more than you want.
That's like, for example, like your biggest moment. Imagine Migraine Skank at the Brits Song of the Year, for example. Yeah, I come with you to the Brits now, and then Jonathan Ross on the stage saying, "Oh, who's your bald mate?" I'm fuming. Who the fuck are you talking to? You crazy? But just for you,
I'm gonna hold it down.
And I'm gonna giggle. I'm gonna hopefully catch him with the backstage and slap the R out his mouth.
You see,
but when I catch, man, but for you, I'm gonna smile because I know cameras are on me. Your moment. Hopefully, we're gonna pick up the Brit.
I guess you've got that level of discipline.
Wait.
But she's Hollywood though, bro.
Marvin, and this is something where we can talk about it because this is something that we all experience. Because I feel like me, you, and Tazer are all experiencing it in different ways. You know, when people talk about male pattern baldness, my hair's thinning, your hair's thinning, your hair's thinning. What's the difference between that and alopecia,
bro?
No, Tazer. What's the difference between that and alopecia, Lance? The man them's hair thinning. What's the difference? Remember LeBron, yeah?
And girls be busting jokes all the time.
LeBron,
guys
you know what I mean? Think about it. LeBron, male pattern baldness is a medical condition. You know what I mean? All of it. It's hereditary. You get it and it happens. What's the difference between alopecia and male pattern baldness? Nothing. Because you know remember LeBron? Man, people used to banter LeBron. His hairline, he's this, bro. Think about it. Nobody considers whether it makes him feel a certain way. This goes whatever. Think about it. His hair is thinning. So what really kind of got me with this is everyone's talking about you don't know what people going through and this and this and this. And I was like, that is fine. But that does not stop none of these motherfuckers.
Even Rooney,
from growing into
Rooney
people.
Was getting it.
When he got his hair done.
Bare people get it, bro.
Everybody. You know what I mean?
Tory Lanez was getting it.
Bro, Tory Lanez, yeah. When people going, do you know what's worse about people going in on LeBron? It was after, you know Chadwick? You don't remember when this Chadwick shit happened and everyone's like, you don't know what people are going through. You need to be, and bro, it was literally Lance. The same day, niggas were cooking LeBron. And I was like, brother, it's not the same, you know, it's not like a month later, 6 months later. You niggas are cooking LeBron today. And you're talking about you need to be more sensitive, you need to be more this. And that's why when it comes to internet, when it comes to sorry, Taze, to cut you off. When it comes to conversations like this, I really don't like it because people get into their, you know what I mean, where they are high and mighty situation. I was like,
and because they like Will, because I'm seeing people in the comments that like Will.